Ah! Yep. There we go. No. Not even the things on my truck.
Oh, he's fine. I'm just keeping cars. We can't use them.
It was. Hell, I just went.
There you go, maybe.
All powder.
Come on, man. You ain't been acting. Yeah. Watch that bag, Ryan.
All right, Shalom. This is Brother Gabar, the Lions Den Camp, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. And first and foremost, before I hop into this lesson, I'm going to give all praises to the Most High in their true Paleo-Hebrew names and in the Paleo-Hebrew tongue. All right, so Kal Halayim, Le Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Ha Rakah, Kodash, Shema Amath. Double honors to the apostle and elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder as well, Ahar Wan. And Shalom to you brothers and sisters, pushing and keeping this truth and faith and sincerity into the end, man. All right. Now, as you can see from the clip I just played, you know, that's the brother Terrence Caffey. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. But as you can see in that video, man, there's multiple officers like pinning him down and kneeling down on him. And in the video, you can literally hear him take his last breaths. You know what I'm saying? And then one of the officers like, nah, he all right. You know what I'm saying? But you literally hear him take his last breaths in that video, man, from them multiple officers, Edomites, just to point out, kneeling on him. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the video, when they try to pick him up and put him in the car, you can see his body is completely limp. You know what I'm saying? Like his spirit was no longer in that body, man. All right, you know, man, we done seen this time and time again before, you know, just, man, Esau, the so-called Caucasian race, man, just counting the lives of you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you know what I'm saying, counting our lives like it's nothing, man, counting our lives as madness, you know. Come on, man, I seen that, and I just wanted to get a couple precepts from the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, you know, just to touch on that video clip. So starting out, I'm going to get Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, and I'm going to start at verse 1. And it says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors," man. All right. So, you know, the righteous man is that hopeful elect. You know what I'm saying? The men of the Lord, you know, and those that sincerely believe on Yahweh Shem Yahweh, man, standing up boldly in this truth, man. And then, acknowledging who we are, you know, proclaiming who we are according to the scriptures, man, the true Jews, the Israelites, the Lord's chosen people, you know, standing in great boldness, man, you know, because we have come back into the remembrance of who we are, man, who our Lord is, the type of power we have through Yahweh Shem Yahweh, man, you know, reclaiming our heritage, who, man, you know, just who we are. All right, and it says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors," man. All right, so not only are we standing in great boldness, we're standing in great boldness in the face of our enemies and oppressors, man. You know, because of instances like this, man. You know what I'm saying? And many atrocities and the things that they have committed against our people, man, throughout history. You know, we standing in great boldness, man, proclaiming that these people are the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. You know what I'm saying? We standing in great boldness against the people, you know, and they whose forefathers, you know what I'm saying, man, lynched us from trees, man. You know, use our babies as gator bait. You know, bashed our kids' heads in on stones, man. You know, and so on and so forth, man. And also kneeling on our bodies, man, kneeling on our necks, you know what I'm saying, until we give up our last breath, man, and then still taking us away, even though our body is completely limp, still taking us away in handcuffs, man, even though it is no more life in that body. You know, we standing in great boldness against our enemies and oppressors, man, and them that afflict us, you know, for the many atrocities, you know what I'm saying, and crimes that they have committed against our people. And also, you know, standing in great boldness, telling these people, man, you know, they're the devil that the Bible speaks of. They're going in slavery. They got a judgment, you know what I'm saying, a righteous judgment for these type of atrocities and things that they committed against our people and still committing against our people to this day, the year 2022, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, our Wisdom of Solomon 5:4. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. All right, it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they have looked for. All right, so man, when they see men of the Lord, you know, so-called his blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you know what I'm saying, the Levi, Haitians, and our people that scattered amongst, you know what I'm saying, these other nations, standing in great boldness, proclaiming, man, you know, we the children of Israel, we God's chosen people, man, America about to be destroyed, Esau kingdom is falling, they the devil that the Bible speaks of, they going into slavery, man, they see it and it's, you know what I'm saying, it instills fear in them, man, you know, when they see, man, men of the Lord gathered together on the highways and byways, standing in unity, solidarity, and in discipline, and speaking wisdom and knowledge, you know, and not wavering, man, standing boldly in front of these people, man, it instills fear into them, man, because they know the time is coming where they can no longer do these type of things to us, man, you know, kneeling on our bodies until we give up our last breath, you know, carrying away our limp body in chains, you know what I'm saying, putting a dead body in the back of a police car, man. They know the time is coming where they're gonna have to pay for these things, man. You know, man, bro. It says, verse 2, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. All right, again, because Esau know his time is short. You know, his time is coming to an end, man. When men of the Lord are waking up across the four corners of the earth, you got these high level celebrities coming out proclaiming that we are the true Israelites, the true Jews, so on and so forth, man. They know their time is almost up, and they know they have a righteous recompense and judgment for the atrocities and the things they have committed against our people and continue to commit against our people to this day, man. All right, and it says, and when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond that they have looked for. All right. And they're going to be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation, man. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of all hell breaking loose, you know what I'm saying? Just before the missiles get shot off, you know what I'm saying? Seeing the chariots come down, you know, and that hopeful elect, you know what I'm saying? Being saved and preserved up out of it, man. You know, they're going to be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation, man. You know, Yahweh Ratazah in that number, you know, they're going to be amazed because, and it says, amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for, you know, because it's going to be a strange thing in them to see Yahweh Shai, a so-called, you know, black man, you know, coming down from the heavens, man. You know what I'm saying? With his hosts, with his armies, man, to give salvation to the children of Israel and judgment and destruction, man, to these heathens, you know, primarily Esau, the so-called Caucasian race, and also 2/3 of our people, man. You know, it's gonna be a strange thing for these people to see that because, you know, the movies tell you that the chariots or the UFOs is, you know, aliens and green men and all of this. The church tell you that the Lord, you know, the Catholic Church and these Christian churches tell you and depict the false image of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And they don't tell you really, truly how the Lord is even gonna come back. You know, so they're gonna be, man, they're gonna be so like they're gonna be amazed, man, and with terrible fear, seeing the salvation of the children of Israel, man, because at that point they're gonna know, man, these are the Lord's people, man. These are the people we have been persecuting. These are the people we have been committing genocide against and racism against and hate. And you know what I'm saying? Man, they're gonna see in that day, man, that we are the true children of the Lord. All right, and it says, verse 3 of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, and it says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. Salakia. Salakia, man. Dang train. But I'm gonna get that again. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 3, and it says, "And they repenting and groaning of anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach." All right. So it's, and they repenting and groaning of for anguish of spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because in that day they're gonna see, they're gonna have a great feeling of regret and sorrow, man, because they're gonna see that they have been persecuting and afflicting the Lord's chosen people, man, the apple of the Lord's eye. You know. All right, and it says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach, man. All right, so again, they're gonna see, man, that this is the Lord's chosen people, man, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who he had in derision, man, and a proverb of reproach. You know, the people that they shunned and looked down on, man, said it was nothing, said that we was only 1/3 or a third of a human being, you know, in the days of slavery. They literally had us listed as, you know, a 1/3 of a human being or a third of a human being. I can't remember exactly what it was, but basically viewing us and seeing us as less than human, man, you know. And it shows in their actions, man, because if you view somebody as less than human, less than a person, less than, you know what I'm saying, less than a soul and a body, man, how you treat them is gonna reflect that, man. Case in point, the brother on the ground giving his last breaths, man, and the officer like, he all right, you know, and then proceed to carry away a limp deceased body, man, and put it in the back of a cop car, you know. And man, and I remember like a while ago I was watching it was like a game documentary. I think it was between the Crips and the Bloods, and it was, believe it was a Crip gang member, and what he said, he was like, first we deface the enemy. You know, they call the Bloods like slobs or another word they used to use, I can't remember, but he said first we deface the enemy. You know what I'm saying? We see to see them like less of a person, because that makes like killing them easier, man. When they go on the drive-bys and you know, committing the homicides or whatever, it makes it easier because they already defaced their enemy in their minds and in their hearts. And that's exactly what Esau does to the children of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. They deface us first, you know, seeing us as less than human, seeing us as, you know, lower than low, you know, and it makes it that much easier for them to persecute us and afflict us. All right, because again, prime example, the brother on the ground giving his last breaths, wheezing, gasping for air, and the officer like, he all right. You know what I'm saying? Because to him, that's not a man on the ground. That's a, you know what I'm saying? Like, man. Back at verse 3, and it says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools, verse 4, we fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor, man. All right, and that's exactly how they view us, man. You know what I'm saying? They view our lives as madness, you know, and our end without honor, you know. And it just shows in their actions, man. Again, case in point, going back to the clip, man. All right, man. And it says in verse 5, and it says, how is he number among the children of God, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and his lot is among the saints, man. All right, because when it's all said and done, man, they're going to come to the realization that they have been persecuting, afflicting, killing, and murdering, and rape, robbing, and kidnapping, and enslaving, and persecuting, you know what I'm saying, the saints of the Lord, man, the apple of the Lord's eye, the Lord's chosen people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, you know. And you know what I'm saying, the elites of this world, you know what I'm saying, Esau, man, they already know, you feel me? And that's why they know their time is short, man. You know, Satan, you know what I'm saying, physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, Esau, man, he lurketh seeking whom he may devour, because he know his time is short. You know what I'm saying? And the more you see men of the Lord, you know, on the highways and byways, standing in great boldness, proclaiming this truth, proclaiming the Lord's true names, proclaiming the Lord's true people, you know what I'm saying, proclaiming the mystery of iniquity. You know what I'm saying? The wicked Esau, the so-called Caucasian race. The more they see that, the more they know that their time is, you know what I'm saying, is running out, man. The more they see people calling on Yahweh Shem Shah, the more they see so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans waking up to the truth and the fact that we are the Israelites, God's chosen people, man. They just know their time is, you know, is running out. It's steady running out, man. You know? And Con, man, there's just a few precepts I wanted to get on, you know what I'm saying, on that video that came to mind when I first seen it, you know? Because this is, man, this the stuff man, this is why we going out on the highways and byways, man. Because our people steady being persecuted and afflicted. You know what I'm saying? We go out to tell them why, man. You know what I'm saying? Why we even in this predicament. Telling them why these people can do these things and continue to get away with it. And you know what I'm saying? Oh man, what's the scripture? Salaki, let me try to find it. I know it's like whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. You know? And they're able to do these things because these are our enemies and oppressors, man. You know? They got no sympathy for the children of Israel. Con, this is a book of Zechariah, chapter 11 and verse 5. It says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, man. Right? And it says, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not, man. All right, so it says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, man. All right, because how many times have you seen, you know, these Edomite police officers slay a Israelite, a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American, and be found not guilty? You know what I'm saying? Be thrown off the hook or given a slap on the wrist, like being fired or suspended. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing compared to taking a life. You know, and especially taking the life of a Israelite, man, a child of God, a child of Yahweh Shem Shah. You know, that's why we sign and crying, man, against the abominations of this place, man. You know what I'm saying? The crimes and atrocities committed against our people, man. The wickedness that's done in this place against our people, but also that's done by our people, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, because we steady being persecuted, we steady being afflicted. Esau is steadily showing his hatred and his anger towards the children of Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? But our time is coming. You know, this time of persecution, this time of tribulation is almost up, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is coming back to free us from this captivity, give us salvation from these lowly conditions, man. You know, to where we don't have to see stuff like this no more. You know, and ultimately not seeing no more sin. You know what I'm saying? Not seeing no more sin within our people, not seeing no more wickedness on the earth, not seeing our people executed, you know what I'm saying, on the street. And Con, man. Con, that was just a quick lesson, you know, a few precepts I wanted to bring out on that clip. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom.